My world crumbled in my sight. The eviction notice on my door was a harsh reminder of my failures. My son, Jack, only 6 years old, looked up at me with innocent eyes, asking, "Mommy, what's wrong?" My voice trembled as I tried to explain, but the words caught in my throat. How could I tell my child that we might lose our home? That I had lost my job, because the medical bills from his recent illness had drained my savings. It was a painful reminder of the rejection I faced when Jack was born. His father, Alex, had promised to be there for me and our child, but when I got pregnant, he disappeared, leaving me to face the challenges of single motherhood alone, with no support or guidance. The rejection had stung, and I started drowning in shame and guilt. I was labeled a baby mama, which branded me to people as irresponsible and promiscuous. But I refused to let that define me. I remembered the words of my grandmother, who raised me after my parents' passing. The words still echoed in my head: when life knocks you down, get back up, dust yourself off, and keep moving forward. With newfound determination, I started my journey towards financial recovery. I applied for jobs, any job, to make ends meet. Sold items I no longer needed online, and even took on a part-time gig as a waitress. As the weeks turned into months, my hard work began to pay off. I got a stable job, and my income increased. I started paying off my debts, one by one, and began to rebuild my credit. And then, one day, I received an email that made my heart skip a beat. I had been approved for a mortgage, so I could finally buy a new home for Jack and I. Tears of joy streaming down my face, I hugged my son tightly and said, "We did it, baby, we're going to be okay." As we walked into our new home, my son's eyes widened with wonder. "Mommy, it's so big," he exclaimed. I smiled, feeling a sense of pride and accomplishment. This was our fresh start, our chance to create new memories and leave the struggles of the past behind. I continued to work hard, determined to ensure that we never faced financial struggles again. I started a budget, carefully tracking every expense, and began to build an emergency fund. As the months passed, my hard work paid off. I received a promotion at work, and my income increased. I saved for Jack's education, and even began to invest in a small retirement fund. But more importantly, I had found a sense of purpose. I volunteered at a local nonprofit, by helping others who faced similar financial struggles. I shared my story, hoping to inspire them to take control of their finances and build a better future. I pursued a certification in financial counseling, so that I could make a greater impact. I started a blog and social media channels, sharing practical tips and advice on managing finances, getting out of debt, and building credit. My online presence grew rapidly, and soon I was known as a leading expert in financial literacy. I was invited to speak at conferences, and even landed a few media appearances. Through my work, I met many people who were struggling financially, but I also met many who were thriving. I realized that financial stability wasn't just about money, it was about freedom, peace of mind, and the ability to pursue one's passions. My book, From Struggle to Stability, became a bestseller. I was overwhelmed by the response, as readers from all over the world reached out to thank me for sharing my story and to share their own experiences. My book also caught the attention of a prominent television network, which offered me a spot as a regular financial contributor. I was nervous but excited to share my expertise with an even wider audience. As I sat in the TV studio, waiting for the cameras to roll, I couldn't help but think about how far I had come. From a struggling single mom to a best-selling author and TV personality, my journey had been nothing short of remarkable. The cameras rolled, and I shared my advice and insights with millions of viewers. I knew that I had made a difference, and that my story had inspired others to take control of their finances and build a better future.
As I left the studio that day, I felt a sense of pride and fulfillment. Because I had turned my struggles into a source of strength, and I made a lasting impact on the world. Remember, your struggles can be a source of strength, and your story can make a difference in the lives of others.